Hello, and welcome to the Light Institute meditation here in Galisteo, New Mexico, at the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we divide this meditation into 3 parts. In the first part, we ask our divine higher self. It's the intuitive essence of your soul. It's your own inner voice, your beautiful wisdom, to take a form for you so that your body can align and realize that it's a part of whatever those frequencies are, those cosmic divine frequencies. We ask our higher self to touch our body, we draw it in, and we sit in meditation. And because we're all using technology, after that first part I'll make a little Om sound, and then you can push a pause button so that you can meditate for as long as you like. In the second part of the meditation, we practice the art of radiance, because light is the beginning and the end. Everything that exists is made of light. And so we imagine that we're drawing from the cosmos a beautiful beam of light down through the top of our heads, down into our stomach, our solar plexus, the seat of our emotional body. And from there we laser it out, stretching out our electromagnetic energy, our presence across the planet, back up into the sky, and keep drawing down. You can do it with your breath. Breathe in the channel of light, extend it out across the planet. This helps us to feel that we are somehow participating in our purpose and our destiny. It's a wonderful way to go into a deep meditation. And so you continue that for as long as you like, and then there's another Om, pushing the button. And then the third part of the meditation, each week people send us a suggestion of what they would like us to meditate upon. And today we're going to meditate on that connection that we have with each other, the highest good that humanity holds within its genetic encoding, so that we can activate in ourselves and others that sense that we belong to each other, that we stand for the highest good of each and every one on this planet. It's time to awaken that awareness that we must speak our truth, we must stand for each other, and live lives that show that our humanity and the avenues of expression of that humanity are always and forever evolving. Close your eyes. We're going to begin with breath, because breath is so important to consciousness. We breathe in through our nose and we exhale very slowly through our mouths, because when you exhale, it slows your brain into a meditative state. Here we go. Breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. And breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. And now ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, to take a form for you. It could be any form. A light, a being, a tree, an animal, an equation. Just ask it to take form and see what form it comes for you to inspire you in this day, in this moment. And now ask your higher self to touch the place in your body where you hold your divine essence at this moment. Could be anywhere. You might see the place, or feel it, or hear it. The place of your divine essence. And imagine that your higher self is touching that place, awakening it for you. Bring your conscious awareness into that place in your body. And then imagine that you're drawing your higher self in through that point, so that as you sit in meditation, you sit as your higher self. Om. Take a deep breath into your body. Reach up with your consciousness into the cosmos and imagine a beautiful beam of white light coming right down through the top of your head, down into your stomach, your solar plexus, and laser that beam out across the planet, back into the sky, and with your breath, draw it down again and extend it out, stretching your auric field, stretching your presence out further and further, and extending that light across the planet, home to the cosmos and back through you. And just continue that cycle. As you breathe, you will find that it brings you into a deep and calm and peaceful state. Om. Breathe deeply into your body and bring all of humanity into your mind's eye. And ask humanity what frequency of light it needs from you to experience the highest potential of human energies, of that connection that we have to each other, the goodness that humans carry within our genetic encoding, so that it is activated and expressed in all of us now. See what color comes into your consciousness. And whatever color that is, again, reach up into the cosmos and draw exactly that tone, that color, down through the top of your head, into your solar plexus, your stomach, and laser that beautiful freedom energy of light out from you and into humanity, so that we can feel that we are free to express our highest connecting humanity at this moment. And just continue to draw that color down and extend it and laser it into humanity until you feel that there's a shift, that all of humanity is taking in that frequency of light, that color, and is uplifting humanity and awakening the highest octaves of our goodness, of our true humanity and caring for each other. And do it now. And take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. Thank you for joining in this wonderful meditation that reminds us that we are a beautiful species with the capacity of caring, of protecting, of healing, and bringing new octaves of potential to our experience of embodiment on this magnificent planet. There is a second part of this meditation. It's called Knowings, and every week people from around the world send questions. I hope that you will do that, of conversations that they would like for us to have that would uplift us or illuminate us, so that we can feel that we know how to sort of travel the path of our lives. And so we'll see what questions have come for today. Allison will tell us the questions.
The first question is from Southern California in the U.S.A. Chris, I would love to live in a world that doesn't have buying and selling of practically everything. Relationships, jobs, government, etc. The whole I did this for you and now you need to do this for me. Why is this so part of human existence?
Well, it's part of human existence, but it isn't the essence of who we are. It's actually a part of the very psychogenetic imprinting that has come to us. which means that we have to somehow sell ourselves, that we have to belong to the group. We have to be king of the mountain, so to speak. We must be successful, and that's the purpose of our lives. And so to feel successful, we enter into that game. Look how wonderful I am, or how powerful I am, or how much I have, or what I do. And I will pass that to you, but you will give back to me. Because we do have that definite sense of connection. And sometimes that sense of connection is one that is not upholding our individuation and what we have to give to the rest of the world, but rather what we want to take from the world to ensure that we are successful. And so what I would say to you about that buying and selling is, let it begin with you. Let it begin with me to stop buying and selling, to imagine that we are so full, that we have everything that we need for the purpose of the evolution of our soul, which is why we are here. And therefore, we have within us the power of the giver, that we can give something without that, what do I get in return? Because the more that you depend on someone else to define you by how they recognize you, or how they give back to you, or what they owe to you, or what you owe to them, the longer it takes for us to utilize our purpose and our destiny in these bodies in this world. So if you and I, and all of us who are participating in this meditation, begin right now to contemplate in our lives, any place we're at this moment, never mind what you've done all your life, but what you're doing this moment, in terms of the sense of buying and selling, and feeling as if you can let this go. And that what if you, again, had the power to be the giver, so that the energy comes from the cosmos of abundance, of love, of connection, those energetics, and that you draw them down and you extend them out from you. And that makes you feel fulfilled, not in owing to someone else, or that someone owes it to you. Let us change the future of this world by the way we enact and live our lives. Great love. Allison.
The next question is from Lugano, Switzerland. Dear Chris, I keep hearing about dark money and how there are the ultra-wealthy who use their enormous amounts of money to fund leaders and corporations around the world to operate in their interests, which are usually in direct opposition to the good of humanity and the planet. Mm-hmm. Is there anything we can do to dissolve patterns of endless corruptive power and insidious greed?
First of all, that's a very important conversation for this time. And let me inspire you to say, we're doing it. We're doing it in our collective voices. We're doing it even in our corrupt this or that. We are calling it forth on this planet. Look what has happened in the last few years. People in power who thought that they could use their sexuality as an expression of their power, they're not being able to do it today. People who discriminate to others, they're not being able to do it today. People who are hiding their money are being exposed. Look what's happening right now. Oligarchs and people who have been using that market, that black, dark money, that money is being usurped around the world and saying, you can't wield that money. And what I love about that is those who take back that money, who block them from using it, what should we do with it now? Imagine if we took those billions of dollars and whatever kinds of money they are, and we turned them around and made sure that there was a new kind of exchange. And by the way, it's not about giving them, it's not about taking the money or giving the money. It's about the possibility of using this resource to support the creativity, the independence, the security of all people. So we can use this money that's suddenly being held all over the world. We can, through our voices, make sure that that is taken and utilized in ways that support the future. We cannot continue with the rich and the poor, blaming the rich because they were clever enough to get it, or the poor because they feel that they are the victims of their circumstance, but to be creative and supportive for humanity and know that each one has a story, and that we can now make sure that not only are we calling forth that which was hidden before. In this world today, there's no hiding, and we will discover all of these ways in which dark money and dark energies and secret societies have been controlling our planet, that this is no longer. And it's not someone else who will do it. It's not somebody who is seen to have the degree or the political prowess or the buying and selling or any of those things. It's the voice of you and me, of humanity, that says, this is what is for the good of the whole. And we will ensure, we will observe now, because we can see through everything thanks to technology. And therefore, we can design how we go into the future right now. What I would love to see is that those who have felt that the only way of survival was to be the oligarch, to be the one wielding in the background and the secrets, that we could call upon the goodness in them so that they could participate, all wealthy people and all people who are inspired to create something that helps all of humanity, to utilize those things that have made them who they are in the highest octave, so that it's not about punishing in this planet, but it is about teaching all of us that we have a way out of what we thought was the only way to survive or the only way to wield our power, but that there are new avenues that belong to the evolution of the soul, the evolution of humanity, and so that we can guide each other and ensure that the best comes from everyone, no matter anyone's past. Thank you for that. Let us do it. Let us do it now. Allison.
And the last question is from Istanbul, Turkey. Dear Miss Griscom, how do we move beyond the anger and hurt we feel when we are betrayed?
I think that probably all of you hearing that question could find a place inside you that carries the hurt and anger of some kind of sense of betrayal. And what I would like to convey to you on a spiritual level is that we do not have to continue that hurt and pain of betrayal as if we were victims. This is a time on the planet where each and all of us have to realize that we came through tremendous power of the soul to be present at this incredible time of change, this fantastic leap of reality, this funnel of initiation that we are all in. And so one of the important aspects of that is to begin to look within us and to find that we are not victims. Perhaps you have heard me speak of in my books and every time I speak, talking about how the victim and the victimizer are one. We can break that chain of allowing someone else to victimize us by not being available to that. By saying to yourself, if you feel that you've been betrayed, all right, let me whisper to you something that changed my life. And that was that my higher self showed me that if someone betrayed me, did not like me, tried to hurt me, that somewhere in the story of the soul, and the story of my spirit, I had participated in doing that to them. It's that old conversation of what goes around comes around. And so instead of putting all my energy and giving them all the power, I simply would look inside myself and say, well, indeed, I must have hurt you sometime, because why else would you do that to me? I'm a good person. And so what I learned was to use the power, the cosmic force of light, to release myself from that and to release them. So I would simply say, what frequency of light do you need from me to release this karma that we have between us? I will give you this light to rebalance whatever I did to you. I'm done. I will go on, and I will not carry that, because if I carried that I am the victim, that you have more power than me, then I cannot use the gifts that I have brought into this world to go on, to go forward, and to take every experience in life as a lesson of the soul, not one to punish me, but one to remind me that I have choice. I do not have to carry the hurt or the anger of what you did, but I can begin to focus my consciousness on what it is that I want to be and what I want to give and what I want to do in this world. At every moment, we can reinvent ourselves, and not by carrying the albatross of those who have hurt us in the past. Let them go, and therefore you can come to a new octave of who you are and the purpose of your life. My great love and support to all of us at this incredible time on this planet in which we as a soul family have come together. Let us begin anew